The Narada Parivrajaka Upanishad, presented by Svayam Prakash Sharma, part 11 of 13. This part consists of chapter 7, where Lord Brahma tells the sages about the restrictions to the conduct of sannyasis and about other aspects of their food, their dress, their appearance, their conduct, etc. The Upanishad. Then the sages who had accompanied Narada asked Lord Brahma to tell them about the restrictions to the conduct of a sannyasi. This is what Lord Brahma told the sages and Narada. Dear sages, the sannyasi, being dispassionate, shall not reside in a fixed place. It is only during the 4 months or so of the rainy season that a sannyasi is allowed to stay at one place. For the remaining 8 months or so of the year, the sannyasi shall not reside at any one place continuously, but keep on moving about. A sannyasi shall not cross a river by swimming across it. And just like a deer that out of fright keeps moving about, a sannyasi shall not stay at one place. The sannyasi shall not accept any proposal to prolong his stay at any place, since such proposal may have the effect of delaying his departure from that place and making him stay there. A sannyasi shall not climb a tree to pluck fruit. He shall not witness any festival in honor of any god. He shall not subsist on food that has been obtained from only one house. A sannyasi shall not perform external worship of the gods. The sannyasi shall discard everything other than the self, other than the Atma, and subsist on food that has been obtained as alms from a number of houses, just like a bee obtains its honey from a number of flowers. A sannyasi shall be lean in body and not put on fat. He shall discard ghee that fattens, just as he would discard blood. For a sannyasi, getting food from just one house alone is tantamount to his eating meat, which would be sacrilegious. A sannyasi shall consider putting on good smelling paste on his body at par with smearing his body with impure things. He shall treat molasses, etc., as he would treat an outcast to be avoided at all costs. He should treat clothing as a plate with leavings of another. He should treat an oil bath as an attachment to women. He should treat delighting with his friends as urine. He should treat desire as he would treat beef, to be shunned. Any place that he has known in the past, he should treat that place as the hut of an outcast, to be avoided. He should treat the company of women as poison. He should treat gold and other precious metal and stones as deadly poison. An assembly hall full of people for a sannyasi is like a cemetery, and the capital city is like a dreadful hell, such as Kumbhipak for a sannyasi. And food from only one house is like lumps of flesh of a corpse for the sannyasi. Considering everyone to be the same as himself, the sannyasi shall discard the sight that considers others as different from himself. He should leave his native place and avoid all the places that were previously known to him. He shall always recollect the bliss of the self, of the Atma, just like the joy of regaining a loved, forgotten object. The sannyasi should forget pride in his body and in his native place. He should admit that his body is like a corpse that is fit to be discarded. The sannyasi should go far away, leaving the place of his children and his close relatives, just like a thief goes far away from the prison when he is released from the prison. The sannyasi subsists on food that has been obtained without effort. He devotes himself to the meditation on Brahm and on the Pranav Om, and being freed from all worldly activities and having burnt passion, anger, greed, delusion, pride, envy and the like, and not affected by the three gunas of Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and free from the six human frailties, the six human infirmities of hunger, thirst, etc., and devoid of change due to the six states of beings, namely of origin, of existence, etc., and true in speech, pure, not hating anyone, residing only one night in a village and not more than 5 nights in a city, 5 nights in sacred spots, 5 nights in holy places or on the banks of the sacred rivers, without a fixed abode, with a steady mind, never speaking a false word. The sannyasi may reside in mountain caves. The sannyasi shall always journey alone. However, the sannyasi may rest for 4 months during the rainy season. He may also journey in the company of one other while going to a village, and as 3 or 4 while he is going towards a city. The rule is that a mendicant monk shall journey alone. He shall not allow free play to the 14 organs while journeying, enjoying the wealth of dispassion brought about by the full knowledge of the transient nature of worldly life, and firmly resolved in himself and in the conviction that there is no other than his own self, than his own Atma, and that there is no other different from him, and seeing his own form everywhere and in everything and everyone, the sannyasi attains liberation while he is still living. He attains Jivan Mukti, and being conscious of his fourfold self, being conscious of his fourfold Atma, and till the end of the effect of his prarabdha karma, or the effects of the actions of the past take place, the sannyasi shall live meditating on his Atma till his body falls away. Now we come to the other aspects of sannyasis. The Kutichak sannyasi is required to bathe thrice a day, at dawn, midday and at dusk. The Baudak sannyasi is required to bathe twice a day. The Hansa sannyasi once in a day. The Paramhans sannyasi is required to take a mental bath. The Turyatit sannyasi's bath consists of smearing holy ashes on his body, and the Avadhut sannyasi is required to take an air bath. The Kutichak sannyasi puts a perpendicular mark of sandal on his forehead, called Urdha Pundra. The Baudak sannyasi puts 3 horizontal lines of holy ashes on his forehead, called Tripundra. The Hans sannyasi either puts the Urdha Pundra or the Tripundra mark. The Paramhans smears holy ashes. The Turyatit, the mark of sandal, the Tilak Pundra. The Avadhut does not put any sign at all, or the Turyatit and the Avadhut may not put any sign at all. The Kutichak sannyasi shall shave once in each of the 6 seasons. That is, he shall shave 6 times a year. The Baudak sannyasi at the end of 2 seasons. That is, he shall shave thrice a year. The Hans and the Paramhans shall shave once a year at the time of the solstice. The Turyatit and the Avadhut sannyasi are not required to shave. The Kutichak sannyasi takes his food from one house alone. The Baudak from door to door, just like a bee takes honey from flower to flower. The Hans and the Paramhans use the palms of their hands as alms bowl. The Turyatit sannyasi is cow-mouthed. That is, he eats the food that is placed in his mouth, while the Avadhut sannyasi takes food at random intervals like a python. waiting for food to come to him. The Kutichak sannyasi wears 2 garments. The Bahudak sannyasi wears 1 garment. The Hans sannyasi wears a piece of cloth. The Paramhans is either unclad or wears a single loincloth. The Turyatit and the Avdhut are unclad. They are as they were at the time of their birth, naked. The Hans and the Paramhans sannyasi may wear a deer skin, not the others. The Kutichak and the Bahudak sannyasis practice the worship of the gods. The Hans and the Paramhans worship mentally. The Turyatit and the Avdhut feel, I am that Brahm. That is, they feel that they are that Brahm, that they are the Param Atma. They identify the individual self with that of the Supreme Self, the Param Atma. They consider themselves to be the Param Atma. The Kutichak and the Bahudak sannyasi have the right to recite mantras. The Hans and the Paramhans sannyasi have the right to meditate on those mantras. The Turyatit and the Avdhut sannyasis do not have the right either to recite the mantras or to meditate on them. They, however, have the right to give instruction on the great Vedantic sayings, as does the Paramhans sannyasi. The Kutichak, the Bahudak, and the Hans sannyasis do not have the right to give instruction to others. The Kutichak and the Bahudak sannyasi are required to meditate on the Pranav Om for men, which is the external Om consisting of 4 matras. The Hans and the Paramhans sannyasis are required to meditate on the Antar Pranav, the inner Pranav, consisting of 8 matras. The Turyatit and the Avdhut sannyasis are required to meditate on the Brahma Pranav, consisting of 16 matras. The Kutichak and the Bahudak sannyasis are required to listen to the exposition of the Vedanta or the Upanishads. The Hans and the Paramhans are required to reflect on the Vedanta and the Upanishads. The Turyatit and the Avdhut sannyasis are required to have profound and repeated meditation on them. The further rule is that all these ascetics, that all these sannyasis are required to meditate on the self or the Atma. All of them must in fact meditate on the self or the Atma. The sannyasi who aspires to liberation, he shall always remember the liberating mantra which enables him to cross over the ocean of worldly life. Doing so, he shall live liberated while he is still alive. The ascetic or the sannyasi shall seek the means to final liberation, to final moksha or kaivalya, according to the specific order of sannyasis that he finds himself in. Yes, he shall seek final moksha or kaivalya according to the specific order of sannyasis he finds himself in. With this ends the 7th chapter and the 11th part of the Upanishad. Om Shanti 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 Om.